in the issue of investors. I think in recent times, the Lagos State governor was actually abroad meeting with investors and asking them to come over to Lagos to invest. But he's not thinking about the image that produces, where people are saying that how government can wake up and go and be destroying people's properties. This is something that, in a way, investors, like I always say, I find it funny because, and I look at it as just a way of eating money when government officials leave Nigeria to go abroad to go and woo investors. You are not wooing any investors. Investors are on the lookout for where they can make the next money, and they will come. They will be the one to bring themselves. If you just, all you need to do is to give enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Infrastructure is one thing that it's not done over here. I can even tell you, a lot of estates, it is the people in those estates that either open up the areas, and or individuals who go in to build. I think I'm in a second estate now, where area where I'm the ones that sort of like started building over there. And you're finding that you're the one bringing in electricity, having to use pole from a far place, use so much money you're not supposed to use, bring in electricity, bring in the roads there, bring in water close to that place. And before you know what's happening, other people begin to build. And just for business secret to anyone who finds himself in a place, if you are in a new place where houses are not there, right? And you are about to start building, and you're maybe probably the first to start building. Before you start building, buy some lands around you. Before you even put the first block, if you can. This one is business secret. So that's the thing, when you are in business and you've learned it, some people might not understand. In short, the first place where I bought, and let me digress a little bit. I'm sure somebody will be learning one or two things here. The first building I did, I started building in the year 2007. That was when I first started building. And the place I bought the land, it was where we were living, a bit far. It was at the back of where we were living. Houses were not there. Even when my husband was telling me to buy the land, I was like, this place that people have not come, who will live here? It's just, I respect my husband a lot, and I respect his advice. That was why I bought that land. As of 2007, I bought that land 1.5 million, right? The moment I started building and I got to Lintel, the whole lands in that area were now above 3 million. That was the first time I realized, wow, okay. By the time we had finished building, lands were like 5 million, whatever, crazy. They just became, because we bought some other lands around there and we built. So now the first thing I did, if I'm going to a new place, they pick land. There's one I just recently did last summer, December last year, before we just picked some of them have more than doubled, just because building started. So anytime you are in a new place, please buy as much land as you can before you now start building. But why am I trying to say this? Because there are a lot of places where you as an individual doing this thing, you're the one that have to now play the role of government. I had situations where in Abuja, there's a place where we have like two bedroom flats. There are about 12 of them in one place that was open up. This whole tenants, all of them wrote a letter to us, signed it, sent it to them, because most time I don't know my tenants. My tenants don't know me. They don't even know I own this, because me as far as, because I don't have that. I deal with agents. The house, you can be in my house for 10 years and not know that I'm the owner. I had a friend who once lived in my house. She didn't know until when they had an issue and I had to come in. And she thought I came in just as a neighbor. When they were now repairing something, they wanted extra something to be repaired for her. So they were like, I'll go and meet the madam, the landlady. It was like, Aisha, you are crazy. So you mean you are my, like, as my own is that the moment you pay for the building, it's your house. It's not my house. Until you no longer pay or you leave, that's when it becomes mine. And they'll be right to say, okay, because the road needed to be fixed. So why am I trying to say this? Our government doesn't do the things they're supposed to do. So they make life difficult, extremely difficult for a lot of people. So you have to be doing these extra things, monies that you're supposed to use to pay in other things. You don't get them. And if you're doing things the right way, which a lot of people don't get, when you do the things the right way, you get punished. I applied for an estate land in Abuja, I think some 3 years ago. I was told to pay 60 million naira as bribe. Me, I know they pay bribe because my religion, the law forbids bribe. My religion also forbids bribe. Even if I get away with the law in Nigeria, God is watching me, because the giver and the taker, they all have things. And I didn't do that. And of course, I just walked away. The application and everything. But somebody will get that land. they will now sell it, which now makes it more extra expensive when you're building it. Either you're selling it or you're renting it, you're doing something. So these are some of the things that we have.